Hello lovely people, I am Priyanka Chaudhary and welcome to another English lesson. Today in this video I am going to share with you a very common problem, or you can say a challenge that is faced by many English learners. Speaking English fluently and confidently. I am sure that you are also one of those learners who would like to know the solution of this question, how to speak English fluently and confidently. Well, before I directly jump answering this question, I would like to discuss with you the reasons. Let's first discuss the reasons behind facing this problem, that why we are not able to express ourselves confidently and fluently. So the first reason can be lack of practice. You are not giving yourself that much opportunities to practice speaking in English every day. You are not in the habit of speaking English most of the time. What do? You speak in your native language only. So this is the problem. The more you will practice speaking English, the more you will be getting closer to become fluent in English. So the first thing is, the problem is lack of practice. Second problem can be fear of making mistakes. This is another reason that you are not speaking just because you have this fear of making mistakes, that what is gonna happen if I'll be speaking English and there will be so many mistakes in my words and sentences. How is it going to affect the other person? What is going to be the reaction of the listener? And I will not be even sounding nice when I'll be making mistakes. And this is the reason that you do not practice speaking and you keep expecting a lot from yourself just during the initial period of speaking English or learning English. You want yourself to speak correct all the time, and this cannot happen. Even I made a lot of mistakes during my initial period of learning English, initial period of speaking English. So if I would have thought like you other people, I would not be able to speak English today. So just get rid out of this thinking, this thought that I should not make mistakes while speaking English. Stop thinking like this. Next reason can be limited vocabulary. You are not able to speak English fluently. There is no you are not able to speak English smoothly. There is no flow. It is just because lack of vocabulary or limited vocabulary. You do not have enough vocabulary with you, enough English words with you that are going to help you to express yourself. Most of the time it happens that you want to say something and then you just stop, just because you are not getting that word to express yourself. You start thinking like, what should be the word here, what should I say to make my point clear, to express myself better. So you keep thinking about that. So this is the problem, limited vocabulary. When you will have abundance of vocabulary, then you will not be facing this problem. Another reason can be insufficient grammar knowledge. You are not able to speak fluently because you know yourself that I do not have sufficient grammar knowledge, and this is the reason I make a lot of mistakes. And because you make a lot of mistakes, you have this fear of speaking, and everything is quite interlinked with each other, and these all things actually restrict you from speaking. So try to educate yourself in terms of grammar. I am not saying that you should completely go deep into learning grammar, no, but you should have at least basic knowledge of grammar. This is the basic foundation. Learning grammar is actually the basic foundation of learning any language. So familiarize yourself with some grammar topics. All right. Another reason can be poor listening skills. In order to learn any language, we need to listen to that language really carefully, attentively. So if you do not have good listening skills, this is the reason that you are not able to speak English fluently and confidently. So try to build up this skill and be a good listener first, because when you are not listening to the person carefully, then it is gonna lead to some problem in understanding and responding to that person correctly. Now I have just discussed some of the reasons that are responsible for not speaking English fluently and confidently. Now you guys tell me, what problems are you facing out of all these? If there are some other reasons, please let me know in the comment. Now let's discuss the solution. First is start speaking English regularly. Make it your habit of speaking English on different topics on the regular basis. You take out the time and decide that what I am going to speak today, which topic I am going to select, and how I am going to speak. It doesn't matter whether you are making mistakes or not, are you following the grammar rules or not. What you need to do is initially make it your habit. Start speaking in English, and by doing this every day, you will be comfortable speaking in this language. And being comfortable is important if you want to be fluent and confident. So practice speaking on the regular basis. Now, how can you practice doing this? You can go for self-talk. You can start talking in front of the mirror, or start recording yourself while practicing to speak at the same time. So try to make it your habit speaking English on the regular basis. Talk about your daily routine, talk about your favorite person, you can talk about your previous day or your future plans or anything. Next, what you have to do is expand your vocabulary. As you do not have abundance of vocabs, you do not have sufficient words to express yourself, there you need to actually work on. Try to learn vocabs, not just their meaning. Learning new words, new English words and their meaning only is not going to help you. Try to learn the words in such a way that you are able to use them in sentences. And if you are going to learn the vocabs in this way, then you will see that you are able to use these words in your conversation as well. So expand your vocabulary. For this purpose, there are number of apps available on Play Store. You can check out those apps. You can go and learn some vocabs through some websites on Google. So try using these resources and expand your vocabulary. Here is the next. Improve your listening skills and become a good listener. Listening is the basic foundation of learning any language, as I just said. And listening, if you are listening to people around you or you're listening to English speakers very carefully, trust me, you just by listening, you can understand a lot of things. You can get the right pronunciation of the words. You can get the intonation and the rhythm and the pattern of speaking English. And if you have ever thought about it, just think that how a child started learning a language, how a child starts learning a language, and how did you learn your native language? Just by listening and observing people around you, didn't you? So that's what you need to do. Listen to the native English speakers, listen to the audios, listen to your favorite channels, a series or conversations, interesting conversation that where you are actually feeling interested. So listen to all those things and observe as well. Observe them speaking. By listening to all these resources carefully, you are going to improve your pronunciation, intonation. You will also get the rhythm and the pattern of speaking English, which is really essential to become fluent and confident. The next thing that you need to focus on is study grammar. Learning grammar and practicing grammar exercises is important to make your point clear to the other person in the right manner. Sometimes what happens, let me share an incident that happened with me. I was actually talking to one of the English learner last week, and I found that English learner speaking nicely. The problem with that learner was that he was speaking smoothly as well. He was not taking a lot of pauses. The issue with that learner was that he was not aware of grammatical mistakes while speaking English. So he was sharing something related to his past events, all right? Something he was talking about his previous day. And then he was using some words that are actually related to simple present tense, means present tense. So then what happens? It creates actually a disturbance or a confusion in the listener's mind that what is he actually talking about. He's saying something related to past but not using the words correctly. So this actually creates a kind of miscommunication or misunderstanding. So not using the grammar correctly might be a problem in expressing yourself. So try to study grammar and incorporate your learnings in speaking in the right way. And make sure that while you're learning grammar, keep taking grammar exercises. All right, so you can practice whatever your learnings are with the help of some websites or apps. So keep learning and testing yourself that how much have you understood this grammar lesson. The next thing is start thinking in English. We are not able to speak English fluently and confidently. It is just because we get thoughts and ideas in our head in our native language, and then we start translating them into English, and it takes a lot of time, this translation process. So this is somewhere restricting you in your fluency. So start directly thinking in English. And how can you do this? Just check out this video of mine. You will get to know that how can you start your brain to think in English. Well, what is next that you need to do is be consistent and persistent. Consistency is the key to achieve your success. You do a lot of things. I'm not saying that you are not listening, you are not watching English content videos, you do not read English books. You might be doing these all. The problem is that you are not consistent doing all this. Maybe after watching this video you will be energized, you will be encouraged or motivated, and you will start speaking. Maybe you are not going to do it next day. This is the problem, that you are not consistent. And all the successful people are successful today just because of their consistency only, that they have been consistent throughout their success journey. So this is what you need to do. Be consistent and keep practicing speaking English on the regular basis. Do not skip a single day without speaking, and do not think too much of the topic. You can choose any topic. Just start talking to yourself on any random topic or saying anything. Just turn on the camera in front of you. All right, start recording and speak whatever you are feeling at that moment. Speaking and practice to speak English is the only solution. You want to be fluent in speaking, for that you have to speak, and just stop thinking of the mistakes. Do not think, as I told you before, that the making mistakes, the fear of making mistakes is the issue, is the reason. So try to not to think too much about your mistakes. All right, and keep recording of yourself while speaking. As I said, recording is going to help you to analyze your speaking and to analyze your areas of improvement. Then you can rectify your errors, that where I made mistake, how was my expression, what was my body language, my hand gesture, my confidence level, how was it, was I nervous, was I looking confident. So you are going to know everything just by looking at your recording. So record yourself at the same time and be consistent, be persistent, as I said. So by following all these tips and techniques, or the solution that I have provided in this video, I am sure that you will see difference in your speaking, and sooner or later you will be speaking English fluently and confidently. Remember that fluency does not come overnight. It takes time. So you will also take time to become fluent in English. For that you need to be consistent. So consistency and positive mindset will take you closer to your ambition. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends. I'll catch you in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.